The number one question that they're trying to answer is, why did this happen and how did it happen? Whenever you have an incident like this, there are going to be a lot of questions that people on the base and people in our community are going to want answers to. And you're trying to figure out what contributed to this, because the number one thing that you want to do on the other side of it is to try to ensure that this doesn't happen again. So they're going to be looking at how this happened, how he got the weapon in there, why the checks and balances that they had in place failed in this instance, so they can put things in place to try to prevent this from happening again.
And Josh, while the motive remains unclear and under investigation, I'm curious your thoughts as to how investigators are working to figure that out right now. Obviously, they're interrogating the suspect. Beyond that, what else?
Yeah, we're not talking about someone just firing upon one person. And so, it appears this could have been, indiscriminate firing. So there will be that question. What was the motivation? Was this some type of a situation between this individual and a group? Were there other stressors that this person was then acting upon? It's interesting. The FBI has gone back and studied past mass shooters, the famed FBI profilers. They found certain commonalities, and that is that most people in these situations, they don't just snap one day and then start to engage in violence, but they go along this pathway and become more and more working toward that violent effort. And a lot of times in most of these situations, the profilers have found they do exhibit those warning signs. And so that will be what is critical here, to try to determine what was the shooter going through in his life that then, resulted in this. Interesting.